everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In this episode, we have a man that's 66 years young. Gene Delcourt from Madison, Wisconsin. Gene is an old dog, but he's looking to learn some new tricks. Who better to teach an old dog new tricks than yours truly? Well, I guess it's time for me to dust off my thinking cap and get right to work. Gene has been all over the world and has seen a lot more than this carver has. If we're lucky, maybe we can get him to share a few stories. My name is Jeff Mohr. I'm the Northwoods Carver, and thanks for seeing what I saw. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a while since I've created a video, and it's been a while since I've had a student. But today, we have all the way from the southernmost reaches of in my little area, Madison, Gene Delcourt. Gene, come on out. Come on out here, say hi to my friends, all the two of you that are...
It's good to see you two.
Yep. Wake up. All right, so Gene has come here to learn... What did you come here for, Gene?
To learn some techniques, understanding shadow, dressing saws.
Okay, dressing bars, understanding light, shadow. What else?
Building some confidence
Oh,
and having some, getting a deeper understanding of it isn't just carving. There's a whole lot psychologically to it.
that's how you hold your mouth while you're carving.
Hold your mouth and don't bite your tongue. And
Don't bite your tongue.
Don't bite your lips because it'll hurt.
So you're, at what age are you now, Bill, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 66.
Did I say Bill?
Yeah. I thought you said Dell, but
I keep calling everybody Bill.
this is your destiny, really.
Yeah, don't get jealous or nothing. Bill is gonna... God. Bill. No. Gene, sorry, Gene, you're 66?
66.
Shake up sticks. And you are going to... Well, you're in the middle of a big project right now, correct? Mm-hmm. Tell the people about what you're doing.
A neighborhood in Madison has been... They received a really nice grant and they're renovating, they're rebuilding all the housing. It's got a big community center and a huge new playground. It's beautiful. The houses are brightly colored and it's really quite impressive.
So you're going to try to festive the place up a bit with some,
they
critters?
asked me to carve 10 animals. And so it's like rabbits and raccoons and coyotes and owls and foxes and things like that. Kind of fun stuff.
It's kind of what we all as chainsaw carvers have to carve to make a living. So, and you are doing so to make a living as well. And the fine people of that area will be able to see all of Gene's efforts. When are you supposed to have that done?
Into June.
Into June, no pressure, no problem. And maybe today, well, maybe not today, tomorrow, or maybe not tomorrow. At some point, you'll be back and we'll be tinkering around maybe with some of those things. But for now, we are going to get to the serious business of getting down to business. And we start with, well, we're going to do some bar maintenance. We're going to learn a little bit about that because I don't want you using my equipment unless, I thoroughly educate you on how not to break my stuff. And then you can go home and not break your stuff. It'll be great. It's fun for everyone. Then we go to Old Uncle Ninja board. This unsuspecting board will be front and center as Gene learns to use his body mechanics and proper saw position and, the whole line. So we're going to be doing that, and we're going to be doing simultaneously light and shadow to kill two birds, to get two birds stoned at once. Or, no, that's to kill two birds.
Well, they're stoned.
The bird, while with a club and a bush in your hand. While they're stoned. But we're not stoned. Stick around for that speedy footage. All right. Okay, so we're back into the Mojo Dojo. As you're watching all of the speedy footage and everything, I figured this would be a good time to have a little conversation and get to know our students a little better, and this is no exception to the rule. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Gene Delcourt. I'm 66 years old and have been a teacher for many years, and now I'm pursuing a career as a full-time artist. Wood carving is my medium of choice.
Awesome. It's cool. So how many years did you teach?
28.
28. And what did you teach?
I taught social studies, and I got to teach one art class at the first school I taught at. Because I had a master's in fine arts, and we didn't have an art teacher, so I got to teach one art class.
Master's in fine arts. Where did you go to school for a master's? See, this is something I'm just learning about you.
At the University of Wisconsin in Madison.
Oh, really? And so how many years did it take to get that?
3.
You could get a master's in 3 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
You can get a master's in 2 years.
What?
In some disciplines.
Really?
Yep.
Well, I've been carving for 35, and I don't consider myself a master.
But you are a master.
Whatever. That's just crazy to me. Does that sound weird? Like 2 years masters? So that just means that you accomplished X amount in the class? Is that like...
Yeah, you
followed the curriculum?
Fulfilled all of their requirements. And it doesn't necessarily mean you're a master of anything, but you've fulfilled the requirements. You paid the tuition.
That's cool. And so, I mean, I would love to have a title like that, but unfortunately, me and the educational system just never saw eye to eye, I guess. But, so what kind of things did you need to do to get your master's?
This was a strange and unique program because I didn't want to do anything that was offered. I wanted to carve wood.
Oh.
And there was no professors at the university that taught that.
Oh, boy.
So I was directed to track down a man named Harry Whitehorse, who lived in a neighboring town, who was a lifelong carver, older, Navy veteran. And I went to his house and introduced myself, and he said, "Yeah, come on in, let's carve." And we started that very day.
Man, that's so cool.
Yeah, we carved little birds for the whole winter, getting prepared for the Audubon show at Old Brick Gardens. And
wow, so that wasn't chainsaw carving, though.
No, that was just getting started.
So wood carving is what you were interested, not necessarily chainsaw carving.
Right.
So what was your first foray into chainsaw
carving?
Yeah.
Well, the later that same winter, Harry led a Ho-Chunk snow carving team that competed internationally at different events in Milwaukee and Rockford, Frankenmuth, Michigan, and he asked me to be on the team. And in Michigan, we came across a Danish team that was competing against us, and they were great people, and we had great fun at night. And the captain told us he had organized a wood carving symposium that summer, and so Harry said, "Gene, you need to apply. That's what you've been looking for." Wow. So that was it. My very first chainsaw sculpture was done in Mohr, Denmark.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So you've traveled the world pretty much, right? Or a lot of it, because you were in the military, right?
10 years in the military.
10 years?
Yeah. So except for the Antarctic, I've been on every continent.
Wow. What'd you do on those continents?
Well, part of the time I was in the U.S. Army, and we did field exercises in Korea, in Australia, and in Germany. And then 7 years I was in the U.S. Air Force, and I did maintenance on NATO's communication equipment. So that was all over the place.
So you were in the Army and in the Air Force.
Army for 3 and Air Force for 7.
Oh, that's when you could still do it for 3 years. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Wow. Yeah, so that's a lot. I mean, so are those any places that you're not welcome back?
Greenland.
Greenland? Yeah.
I killed an Arctic hare with a snare, and I was so proud of it because we were going to eat it, and it turned out they were protected. I had to get smuggled on the plane that came in with mail every day, and they sent me home.
I was just kidding when I said that, and I didn't know you were going to actually say, like, you did something.
I don't know that they would ban me from going back, but...
they got your name on the posters at the post office.
Wanted for poaching.
Poaching, back in 1942 or whenever it was.
What year was that? 1982.
82. Yeah, it was 40 years off. So what is your hopes
and dreams about, when you leave here? What is the first thing you think you're going to have to try to tackle and use the things that you're learning?
Yeah, to use these lessons in light and shadow to give life to the piece, so
Right.
it has a spirit instead of just a three-dimensional picture.
Hey everyone,
Peace.
we're back. Well, we never left. So Gene, what'd you think? I mean, so when you came in here, I mean, we did talk about this a little bit, but like, did anything hit you in a profound way where you're just like, what is this and why?
The most what's the word I'm looking for? Frustrating part was
I was hoping it would be like inspirational.
getting the thing. Oh well,
Frustrating, that'll work.
when watching your videos and hearing you say in this interview with all of your past students how so much of it happens around the table, I wondered, well, what's that about? What's that's going to be like? But I have to say, I never felt like, come on, we got to get down to the shop and do something, because everything that you had to say to me was knowledge that I knowledge that I needed, and not knowledge I didn't have. And so just from the talk, just from what you said, just from the diagrams you've drawn, I feel like I'm really far more prepared to do a much more advanced job than I've been doing.
So we did last night. He spent the night, and then he only did a 2-day thing. So last night, instead of going back up to the shop, I drew very detailed things, like the thing that I call the chain effect and troubleshooting, and then he had a lot of questions about certain things, and I was able to draw it out for him right here at the table in the comfort of my home. And when he went out to work this afternoon, it's like he already knew it, like it was already, he could visualize it was already done. And I think it helped out greatly with his perception of what the hell I was talking about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's the knowledge that you gain from this experience, even if you're, I've been chainsawing for most of my life, but the techniques that Jeff showed me, and watching him do it, and then trying to learn how to do it, I thought, okay, I'm watching him do it, okay, I can do that. Wrong. It took a lot. It took 2 whole boards.
There's a lot. I mean, there's more boards. Most people that would be here for a week would spend 3 days, and then we mix it up, but then they go back to ninja boards. And then
I will do that a lot at home myself, just to keep practicing.
Yeah, you'll be back. So.
Yeah, but living only 45 miles away makes it easy to come back.
Mm-hmm.
So we've touched on a lot of things, and we learned a lot about each other's skills and strengths. And I think I always ask from your perspective, what do you think your biggest takeaway would be, from the experience? Do you I don't know, I have mine, what I would hope someone would take away from the experience, but then you have the person that is actually receiving. It's always fun to hear what they have to say, and
I'm interested if this is going to surprise you or not. But maybe the most important takeaway from this whole experience is hearing the words and realizing how true it is, that how fortunate and privileged I am to be able to be in a position where I get to do this. This is now that I'm retired from having to teach, not that I didn't love it, but I'm happy it's over. Now I get to be an artist. I get to carve, and I'm coming back into it with more skills than I had when I got here, and that's a huge takeaway.
That's a big deal.
Can I say a last word?
Sure.
For anybody who's seeing this and thinking about coming to Jeff and doing some classes.
Don't do it.
Beyond an incredible wealth of knowledge that he has around chainsaw carving, he's also a master of many trades. He's an amazing storyteller or story writer. He's a pretty darn good ukulele player. Though he made it seem like, oh yeah, I've plinked it a little bit. No, he's beyond plinking. We told lots of good stories over meals. It was just really fun visiting and hanging out.
If nothing else, come to pet my dog.
Yeah, that's kind of the highlight. This is beautiful white wolf.
The white wolf of winter.
Right?
So anyways, everyone, thanks for watching this video, or whatever it was, to the very end. And
So much.
don't forget to like and subscribe and smash that notification bell. And thanks for seeing what we saw. And also, I'll see you on the next one.